guys? Welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. Lots to dive into and discuss in today's video regarding all things Apex Legends esports related. We've got Rostermania, we've got roster updates, we've got opinions on those roster changes, we've got TSM and meat lovers contesting a lightning rod, scrim results, and then Hal On Configs as well. Like I said, a lot to dive into, and then also some speculation regarding some of these rosters as they seem to be moving in different directions. But also want to give you guys a little bit of an update. I told you guys I had been sick on Twitter the last couple of days. Thankfully, things are starting to get better. I still sound pretty bad. Starting to feel a little bit better though, so hopefully we'll be back more on the content grind and I won't miss as many days as I've been missing. And then also the ApexGlobalSeries.com website getting some updates today. I know there's been a lot of complaints about it and some changes I need to make, and I'm making those changes and hopefully they go well. So just thought I'd let you know. And without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into the video right after you like, comment, and subscribe. Of course, first thing I wanted to mention was coming from Minus Tempo. These were the scrim results last night, and what was really interesting is, you know, we had PSQ scrims first. Started off with these Pro League qualifier teams that are trying to get into it, so you don't see as many big teams, right? You don't see the TSMs and all the X sets and stuff like that. You see some you know, other teams related here, which was interesting. Is, you know, the penis team, this is a crazy name. I'm surprised they didn't do as well because it's a really good squad also. But you have Elevate #1, absolutely crushing it, really nice to see. Then you've got Most Hated at #2, PNS, which I think is NoCo's team, really good. And then what's crazy though is Most Hated goes from second place and then also at third place in the actual pro league. Like, I mean, Most Hated is a super solid squad. They've been doing really good all around, good to see. But Flat obviously in first place in the pro league results. Then you've got DarkZero in second, which we've got to talk about. DarkZero, crazy stuff going on over there. Most Hated in third, and then you've got Native, TSM, Smoke Break, Xset. It goes on. Elevate though, not bad. Pro league in 10th, not too terrible, but there was really no top heavy teams that night. It was all pretty close across the board. We also did have some contests that I wanted to talk about. This was coming from TSM and the meat lovers. Now, what was interesting about this is, technically speaking, TSM did go 2-1 on the night on the contest, but one of them was like a scuffed landing. They landed on each other in the middle of nowhere and started punching each other. But if you guys wanted to see how these teams actually battled it out at the Lightning Rod POI, I'm not sure if meat lovers is going to keep this contest up, but it seems like TSM is super committed as well. Roll the clip.
I got a blue armor. There's two blue armors here.
I'm really good to go now.
Having the blue.
It's the blue. It's in mid.
Exactly what I define as close. 45 seconds till she closes.
They have nades?
Yeah, I do.
Go up to the smoke.
One's doorway.
Smoke one.
I'm locking up.
Right. Yeah. My smoke.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't bring two there, Hal.
Yeah.
One shot horizon.
I queued one. I got Pride in the side.
White armor. Popping cells, man. Popping cells.
I'm gonna heal too. I'm healing down low.
Pushing. One shot horizon.
Another one in.
Up top.
70.
Weak. It's all you. I didn't hit him. Nice. Good stuff.
Oh.
They're on the roof already.
Yeah. Go inside, Jordan.
I can't go inside.
Okay.
He's pushing down. They're pushing down.
I can't help you.
Onto it more.
I just can't help you. We did it so fucking slow, bro.
What do you mean? We were so slow. What?
Maybe that's slow.
Just take cannon and then run away and craft banners.
I too. He might headshot me.
They're taking the cannon on you. They're literally taking the cannon on you.
Getting shot at. Beep. Let's take the trident.
So of course we'll see some more results as time goes on, but I'm interested to see if any team is actually still going to be crazy enough, brave enough, or whatever to continue to contest TSM. I did make an early prediction a couple of weeks ago that I actually, as much as I like TSM and as much as I, you know, I'm a fan of the TSM squad and all the players, I just got a gut feeling that they're just not going to win a LAN this year. I don't know why. I don't hate on me. And I do feel like DarkZero, I did say that they would probably be the most consistent team. And even though they are in second place for scrims last night, I'm actually redacting that statement because of the roster change that seems to be, you know, taking place. And I want to comment on it as well. So Apex Pro Caprah, mouse and keyboard warlord, seems to be joining DarkZero for ALGS Year 4. Now, it's not just because they've been playing in scrims, because Caprah's also been playing out with DNO and then Complexity and some other squads, and so have other players as well. I want to make a little statement regarding roster changes in Apex in general, because a lot of times you'll see my Twitter posts or you'll see news go around and it seems like, you know, Zaptoh is joining DarkZero or FaZe or this team or that team, and then you go see them playing with other teams. You're like, what happened to the roster change that we thought was happening? And Apex is totally different. You know, a lot of other games, they'll like basically make a decision and say, hey, we'll move on and play this next tournament together. But I've never seen another esport do it like Apex, where they are very heavy set on trialing. So basically the offer they get to leave and go play with this team is not necessarily to get a contract immediately and immediately signed to the team. It's basically to come trial out with them, right? So a lot of times they'll leave the team to go trial out, and the implication is that they will eventually sign to that team also. So although the news has been true in the past that yes, XYZ player is leaving to go trial or play with XYZ team, and then you wonder why a week later they're not playing with that team, it's because they are trialing out with multiple other teams. And so yes, Complexity is playing with all kind of people, or have been playing with all kind of people. We've seen Zaptoh play with them, we've seen Funk play with them, we've seen Caprah play with them, we've seen I think some others play with them as well. And you're wondering like, okay, who's going to be their roster? Because you can't just look at scrims and say, oh, they're going to be playing with XYZ. No, scrims is just a bunch of trialing going on, and so that's why the story changes so often. Like for instance, at the time that we made this one, we were talking about DarkZero potentially looking at Koifel or Zaptoh, and then shortly after we heard that Koifel was going to be joining Sweet Dreams over on the Sentinels, and then we've seen Zaptoh playing with Complexity, and then Zaptoh playing with E8. And honestly, I think Zaptoh was probably going to go to E8 just because they've had some success. You may even look at it and be like, why in the world would Zaptoh leave the meat lovers and join E8? And no offense, but like E8 hasn't looked the best and they haven't been amazing, but Zaptoh's addition, they've been doing a lot better, so I got to give props to them. But why would you leave like one PSQ team to another PSQ team, right? Well, then of course then you even look at it where Zaptoh was on a pro league team, because eventually Tech and them did get confirmed to be going to the pro league. And why would you leave a pro league spot to go to a pro league qualifier spot? Just didn't make sense. The only thing that makes sense at all, Witchcrack, by the way, is money, man. I mean, Elevate has obviously got to be, I know that they've been paying well. I know that Mercy Only obviously played with them a while back, and I know that the pay over there is pretty good. So I've just got to imagine that's the only thing that makes sense. It just doesn't make sense as to why you would do the opposite. So it's not that Zaptoh and Koifel were never considered for DarkZero, but this story has obviously changed because things change really quick when you go through trials, and it's very common for trials not to go the way that you want it to, I guess. And so that's why you've seen a lot more updates to this. So current story right now, and of course it could always change, but I would say Caprah looks more likely than any other player I've seen trialing out with DarkZero at this point. So we did see from the actual Pro League chat that Caprah, from the coach ZZ, Caprah is trialing, and Minus Tempo basically was trying to give him a hard time. Like, look, you guys have to have at least 2 out of 3 of your roster in order to play, because where in the world is Genburten? That was another storyline that was coming up. People were wondering, where in the world is Genburten at? Now, according to this same Pro League chat, not in this article, by the way, same Pro League chat, ZZ claims that he doesn't know where Genburten is right now. And I don't know what that means or why that is the case, because you would imagine if a player is being subbed out, you would know where your player is, right? Like, oh, he's on vacation right now, or oh, he's got family stuff going on, or oh, this and that, oh, he told me he couldn't play, he's sick, whatever. But it was none of that. He specifically said he doesn't know where Genburten is. So a little bit of a red flag, but I don't know what that even means, and there's just no way they split up. Now, I'm really not trying to get crazy with the speculations or anything, but like, I did check out Genburten's stream, and he was live yesterday. He was playing ranked yesterday, so I know he was around, and I know a lot of these guys have been playing in North American scrims while in the Oceanic region, so I know it's not just because of location. And matter of fact, I'm not 100% sure, but I think Zero is still over there as well. So it's like, what in the world is going on? I could be wrong about Zero. Maybe he's made it back to the States already, but I know they've been working on visa issues for quite some time. But like, I still don't understand why Jin was not there in the scrims last night, especially after he streamed yesterday and was playing ranked. It's like, what in the world is going on? And then on top of that, your coach doesn't know why you're not showing up to scrims, or has no response for it, or says he doesn't know where you're at. Just seems a little weird. I don't know. However, Caprah seemingly could be the third for Apex, DarkZero's pro team. Now, Minus Simple, like I said, was trying to give them a hard time. Like, are your players coming? You still have to have 2 out of the 3 players because it looks like you're playing with 2 subs. Zero confirms that 0 plus Caprah equals the 2 players, that they're not subs. So Caprah seems very likely to be joining this squad. And it makes sense because we've known for a while that Caprah and Zero were friends. We know that they wanted to play with each other for quite some time also. But personally, I just gotta say, I think as much as I think that Caprah would increase most rosters, I think he's a better mouse and keyboard player than most rosters out there. I think that Caprah is not as good of a fit as Zainu was. That's what I'm not trying to diss anybody. I think Caprah's a great player. I think you put Caprah on almost any other squad and it betters the roster. DarkZero's the one of those rosters though that I just don't know if I would agree with that. I'm not a big fan of the roster change. However, it's not to say that you need this controller player all the time, right? Everybody's seeming to like think that 2 controller players, 1 MK player is the sweet spot, but I don't know if that's really the case. We saw obviously NRG have some success last year and they've been running 2 MK and 1 controller player. So it's not to say that Genburten couldn't be the only controller player and 0 Caprah run the MK. And maybe that, style or dynamic of a squad really fits and works for them. It could definitely happen. Obviously they were also playing with another player last night known as Urban. Not really sure what's going on there. However, obviously Caprah seems to be the more obvious one to join because they did confirm that he is trialing for DarkZero. Interested to see what you guys have to think about this roster change because Nicewig also had something to say, and I kind of agree with what Nicewig had to say here. Roll the clip.
Is yours. Opinions on Caprah to DZ? Not a huge fan. I'll be honest. Like I said, I'm not a huge fan of Caprah to DZ, bro.
So without going too deep into it, I think I agree with Nicewig here. I'm not a massive fan of this change, but I want to say that just because I'm not a massive fan doesn't mean I think that this roster can't work. I obviously think it can work. I think there's a world where, these guys just like fall in sync right with each other and things go super buttery smooth. I'm not saying that it's impossible for them to win. I'm just saying that if I had the control of putting the roster together, I don't think I would have made that move. And that's just simply all I'm saying. But interested to see if you guys agree. Obviously, time will tell as we move on. We've also heard about Complexity and their roster updates because obviously Caprah was one of those front runners. We even saw Caprah have Complexity in his clan tag yesterday, and I'm not really sure what that was for. Obviously, we know he was trialing with them as well, and it looks like they have some favoritism towards Caprah, but I think Caprah would probably go with DarkZero over Complexity if he had the opportunity given to him. Lastly, just as we wrap the video up, want to let you guys know what was going on with config conversations last night. We had a big tweet go out from Imperial Hal, of course. You had a lot of conversations in the last couple of days talking about configs with viral clips going around of mouse and keyboards and also controllers. But Imperial Hal says roller configs and M&K configs, aka macros, should be disabled for ranked. If they are bannable for competitive, why are not they the same rules for ranked? It makes no sense. And he was saying this after this clip happened on the Apex Lounge. Roll the clip.
I'm playing the headies. On the right?
Revenant. 1 HP, just swing of this. Take this of this.
Queuing up.
Damn.
Dead.
What a fucking moron.
I'm going inside. On me. This guy's configuring. Holy fucking shit! Bro. Baron, it's 30 months. That guy is configuring up his ass.
If he's not, you're about to get pounced for that and some bitch crying about it.
Bro, the guy tap strafed on me and literally just like neo strafing and shit. Wait, is that guy on roller? Bro, what? No way that guy was on roller. Like, bro, how is that allowed? Like, that looks like, bro, if you're able to do that on roller, that is like fucking cheating. That is literally cheating.
It does the job.
If you guys
so
like the
interested
video,
to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Also, we've got some more roster updates we're going to be talking about pretty soon. So, of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment down below. And until the next time, we will see you all later, Gators.